All right, everyone, we'd like to welcome Valencia's own Max Homa, who is the first ever guest on the SCGA's Quarantine Chronicles. Congratulations, Max. This is pretty big for you.
What an honor. What an honor. I always wanted to do this one, as a kid. I wanted to get to this moment.
Well, here you are. And times are weird right now. Where are you cooped up right now? Are you here in LA?
No, I moved to Scottsdale, Arizona a year ago. Fortunately, we have our own quarantine going on, but the golf courses are still open, so a little lucky in that regard.
Yeah, certainly. I know I talked to somebody over in Arizona, and it's a lot different than here in California. So you are still getting out on the golf course?
Yeah, so governor announced yesterday that today at 5 we'll begin, the full lockdown, but the golf courses are remaining open as essential places. So I'm not sure who got in his ear, but I'm very thankful for that.
Yeah, that's great. I think you'll have some guys trying to find some property here in Arizona pretty soon.
Absolutely.
So, you're out in the golf course, but I'm sure you're still pretty locked down throughout the day when you're not out there walking around. What are some things that you're doing at home to stay busy?
Yeah, not a lot. Obviously, kind of like everybody watching TV. I've got a dog. My wife and I hang out with her quite a bit, take her on a bunch of walks. We got a Peloton. Saw the trend going on with a lot of golfers, so we started to do that so we don't get completely out of shape during this whole thing. But yeah, just try to kill time. I guess just kind of what everyone's been doing, stuck a little bit. I got a net to hit some golf balls in my backyard, so try to stay somewhat sharp.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're coming off, when the season was suspended, you're coming off 5 straight top 25s, including 3 top 10s. So how hard was it to kind of put the clubs away when you're so hot?
Oh, yeah, it stinks. But obviously, there's a lot worse things that could be going on in my life, knowing what everybody else is dealing with. So, yeah, it's just it is what it is. I would like to think that I can keep playing golf like that, break or not. So it stinks for everybody. Everybody just wants to be either outside playing golf in tournaments or watching tournaments on TV or in person. So obviously it's just kind of a bummer all around. So, yeah, it stinks to be playing good and have to stop, but it would have stunk to be playing bad and have to stop too.
That's true. That's good perspective. Being from Los Angeles, what were some of your favorite tracks in the Southland when you're coming up through high school and then on the SCGA circuit during those college summers?
Yeah, I always loved playing Griffith Park. We played there quite a bit, Wilson and Harding, for high school matches. I always thought they were really good courses, especially considering they're, been around a while, public places. I thought they were fun layouts. I always like going to the desert, anywhere down in the Palm Springs area. We got to play PGA West for, I think, a Toyota Tour Cup event one time, which I thought was really fun, and Silver Rock down there as well.
Yep.
So those were great. I think anytime we got to go to Rusted Canyon was a real treat. But we didn't get to do that one a whole lot. But there was always fun ones. Shoal Canyon was great, par 60. Always made you feel like you hit it really far and you were really good at golf because you could shoot under par. So I liked quite a few of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of diversity in this area. You get up into the valley and then all the way down to San Diego. It's just a lot of different tracks to play.
Absolutely, yeah. They have so many good options, and there's great public courses. There's great private courses. There's kind of anything you want or anything you'd need. So we're very lucky. In college, we played down at Carlton Oaks, was an amazing golf course. So a lot of hidden gems kind of everywhere. Especially, there's obviously ones that everybody knows, Torrey Pines, Riviera, all those, but there's plenty of others that people would obviously love to play.
Yeah, certainly. So after those SCGA days, you won the 2013 NCAA Individual Championship while you were at Cal. You went pro, but then you lost your tour card in 2017 and then turned it all back around in a big way with a win in last year's Wells Fargo Championship. What was that roller coaster of emotions like for you?
Yeah, it's tough. Speaking with somebody the other day about it, when you look back on it now, it feels like it all happened so in such a small time frame that it all just kind of goes from good to bad to good again. When I really remember it, it's such like a long slide down and then a long climb back up. So it would be like the slowest roller coaster ever, where you don't realize you've made it to the bottom yet, and then all of a sudden you're at the bottom and you have to start going upwards. So it was an interesting few years. I like these last couple of years a lot more than the prior two. But yeah, it's just golf. I think it's golf in a nutshell. It's unfortunate that I had to go through such a bad spell in my game, but I guess it's made me better, which is good. But I also just think that anyone who's played golf, even if it's in a very small way of this, like they've lost, maybe they were hitting their irons good one day and then they come out the next day and they can't hit them. That's basically what it was, just in obviously a bigger scale, considering I do this for a living. So it's something that makes you grow. And I think, like I said, I appreciate so much of golf. I think golf pushes you and tests you and tests your mentality and your mental strength. So it just was kind of one of those things I didn't take for granted, I guess, with the game of golf. And I just wanted to keep, trying to keep getting better. And even when I was playing bad, that's your main goal. Like anybody, if a 7 handicapper would think the same thing. I just want to keep getting better every day. Unfortunately, started to, and really started to play well, obviously, the last year, 2 years or so.
Yeah, and with that good play has sort of come this lure of social media presence that you have these days. Anybody that's not familiar with your presence on Twitter specifically, I can confidently say they're missing out. So for a while now, it seems that people have been posting videos of their golf swings and asking you to critique their moves. And needless to say, you haven't been holding back and completely roasting them. How'd this all come about?
Yeah, I was really lucky, actually. I was flying from here to Long Beach. I was going to see James O at Lakewood Golf Course, and I landed. And when I landed, I got to a hotel. I was only going to be there for in the whole city for 13 hours. Landed, hopped on my phone, saw a tweet from a guy, told me to roast his swing like I was Gordon Ramsay. So I did. Went to bed. Woke up and had 10 more. Didn't do anything that morning. Finished my little lesson. Got to the airport. Didn't have much to do for a few hours. So I did a few more and then a few more. And then next thing I know, that whole week I was getting, felt like thousands of videos. Yeah, and ever since, I still get, quite a few a day. It was fun. It was, I've always appreciated what social media can be and what it was kind of made for. And, it's cool to interact with so many other golfers, whether they're just the average Joe golfer or some who are, professional athletes who love to play golf. Everybody seems to, it's nice to see how much everybody gravitates towards the game and loves the game and loves, taking videos of their golf swing. It's kind of wild. It shows why golf is such a great sport.
Yeah, it's truly been awesome to see. Now, who's the most famous person that's asked you for a swing analysis?
I don't know. I've had quite a few. I've had some really fun ones. I mean, like Cody Bellinger asked, which was funny. I've kind of gotten to be friendly with Christian Yelich, who had actually convinced Cody, I guess, to send it in. And then I had seen Christian swing before, so he finally sent his in. There's been some cool ones. I respect other sports and other athletes so much. So to see them struggle at golf is really nice for me, because I know how much harder their sports are, and I would look like a complete fool trying to do anything they do. So that's been fun. But yeah, some cool ones. I mean, Andre Iguodala is in. I had played with him once before, and he's a great golfer. But it's funny. It's nice that they, with all the fanfare that they have, it's nice that they'll lend themselves to a little bit of humor and a little bit of deprecating humor, I guess. So it's cool. Everybody, like I said, golf is one of those sports that everyone seems to gravitate towards.
Yeah, absolutely. I think golf is it's humbling, as we all know, especially on the amateur side of things. So it's really cool to
for sure
everything that you're doing on that end. So you recently started a podcast called Get a Grip with podcaster Shane Bacon. For our listeners out there, it's available to download and listen wherever you choose to go for podcasts. So, Max, I got you on that plug. Don't worry.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Anyways, how's that been going?
It's been great. Shane quickly became one of my closest friends once I moved to Arizona. And he is obviously a pro. He's got a beautiful voice. He knows a bunch about golf. He had kind of presented this idea quite a few months ago. We started kind of trying to see if it would be possible. It's been very easy for me. He does so much. He's got all these great ideas, and he's so easy to work with. They just kind of have to show up and, talk for a little bit, which is nice. Like I said, we thought it would be good because I think we have a good relationship. I think we both see golf very similarly and see life very similarly. So it's a kind of an easy, I've heard it's an easy listen, but it's an even easier talk or easier conversation because it's what we would do if we were just sitting around on a random Thursday night talking about nothing. So it's been fun. People seem to like it, which is, why we wanted to do it. And it just brings a little levity to the game. I think we can take ourselves a bit too seriously at times. So it's been really cool.
Yeah, I agree. It's been a good listen, and it's definitely very genuine and natural. So
thank you.
For anybody out there, go check it out. And Max, I think that's it for this section of Quarantine Chronicles, the first ever.
All right, I'm glad to be the first one. This is awesome. Hopefully there is never another year where we have to do this again.
Boy, I agree. So Max, thanks for your time. All the best to you, and stay safe out there.
All right, you too. Thanks so much.
All right, and we'll be pulling for you once you're back on the course again.
All right, cool. Yeah, sounds good.
All right, man. Take it easy.
All right, see ya.
Bye.